when someone goes to become a cop and they've gone through training and everything, they do not get a law enforcement certificate. They do not get a policeman certificate. They do not get a certificate that says they're a cop. They get a peace officer's certificate. See, there is a difference between a peace officer and a law enforcer, because you cannot use force if you are to be for creating peace, because using force is a use of violence, not peace. They used to be there to keep the peace. They're not law enforcers. They're not police. They're not cops. They're not peace officers. They're just street soldiers of the king. But we don't call them king anymore. We call them a president, a leader. A king is a leader. A king is a dictator. A king has soldiers out on the streets to enforce the king's rules. Or today they call them law. And most of the things they enforce are not law. They are different. They are called regulations, rules, edicts, ordinances, mandates, and policies. They're not regulations of law, policies of law. They are just what they say they are. There is a difference between law and all that other stuff that the states can enforce actually through fines. They're not even supposed to arrest you like you've actually broken a law. They're not supposed to do that. Since 9% out of 10, I'll say it this way, out of 99% out of 100, 1%, only 1% defies authority. And so they do what they do because the 99% does not fight back and stop the violence that they commit. There is police gun violence. There is government gun violence. There's not just civilian gun violence. There's no such thing. Guns don't commit violence. They're used by a human to commit violence. But they have a peace officer's certificate to be a peace officer, not a law enforcer. You have been lied to. They're all paid to lie to you. And you sit there and just believe it without question, without doing research. And don't research anything through Google. A lot of the stuff Google won't let you find. You have to do it through something else that's not associated with Google. That's how you find the truth. If you have to, you go into libraries. It's right there in books. You can find the truth in books. You can find the truth, in videos on YouTube, and through the internet. You can find it. Don't just hear them. Oh, did you hear us? We're the good guys. Our street soldiers, they're the good guys. Call a good guy with a gun. There's no good civilians with a gun. There's only good police. But the civilian becomes the police, and then the civilian becomes the good guy with the gun. How does that make sense? If you was a good guy before, you became a good guy with a costume and an imaginary authority of a state, which actually comes from another human being that they don't have the authority to give. You won't find it anywhere in the U.S. Constitution that a human has the authority, a human in government has the authority to give someone else the authority to arrest people for any reason, enforce their laws, and all that. There's nothing in the U.S. Constitution that says that. And the 9th and 10th Amendment, look up Why was the 10th Amendment created? Why was the 9th Amendment created? You don't just like look up what's written down. They explain to us why they were written for. So you got to do your research. And they don't want you educated. They want you like you are right now and arguing with me instead of looking at them. Don't look at me, look at them. What we told you the truth when they can lie to you. They have the right to lie to you. Cops have the right to lie to you. They enforce court rulings. They don't enforce laws. Court rulings are not laws. They're rulings. Only Congress can make law. Only Congress can turn a bill, something in writing, into law. Traffic fines and all that, Congress didn't sign that into law. It's an ordinance, it's a regulation, it's a policy, it's an edict, it's not a law. And they lied to you and fooled you into believing it's a law. None of it's a law. It is code. Code's not a law. It is not code of law. It just says UCC code. It don't say code UCC code of law. Y'all need to start reading these labels that they got for everything that they've written down. Their codes, their rules. That's all meant to be broken. And if they want to fine us for breaking them, well, sue me if you want the money. They can't afford to sue everybody for the money. So they create all this other crap to get the money out of you. That is slavery. That is tyranny. You're going to do what I want. You're going to give me that money or this is going to happen. That's felony extortion. Oh, but they can do it. They're the good guys. They're above the law.